Human communication in its most basic form functions through the communication chain. Of course, human communication involves the interaction between two people, whether it is face-to-face or through secondary devices such as a telephone or a video chat. To make this easier to understand, we will call the person speaking the sender and the person listening the receiver. There are 3 levels of communication which both the sender and receiver utilize. To begin conversation, the sender must first use his brain to think of the actual words and semantic meaning of these words to create sentences. This is called the linguistic level. Next, the brain must then send signals to the specific muscles that move articulators, such as lips, teeth, tongue, and vocal muscles, to form the sounds that these semantic sentences require to become a recognizable language to the receiver. Now is when vision and sound comes into play. The sender can opt to use visual cues to get his message across, such as hand gestures. The receiver can visualize these clues while he hears the sounds coming from the sender's mouth. Now the receiver is at the physiological level. The receiver hears the sounds, and these sound waves are then transmitted through the ear and into the brain. The sounds are then translated into their true meaning in the brain at the linguistic level of the communication chain. Now the receiver can choose to speak back to the sender, and the communication chain repeats itself. Now there is one aspect of the communication chain I haven't discussed. This is the feedback loop. When the sender is communicating at the physiological level, which is forming words and sentences through sound, they have the ability to hear what they have said. This is the feedback loop. The sender can listen to what they have just communicated, which helps them continue on in what they are saying, or even make corrections to their speech. People with hearing loss have a poor functioning feedback loop, which can cause speech problems because they do not know what kind of noises they are making. So let's recap. The sender starts at the linguistic level, thinks of what they want to say, then makes the sounds at the physiological level. Then the receiver, at the acoustical or optical level, hears and sees what's going on, processes the sound waves through the physiological level, and then understands and interprets the meaning at the linguistic level in the brain. And that's how we communicate.